Hi, Terri Vieira here again to provide you what happened at the most recent October forums with the fabulous Christy, my favorite camera person, helping me. So we'll go ahead and get started. First thing I did was talk a little bit about the problem we're having with people video streaming on computers, primarily Netflix, and it's really slowing our computers down. So in fact, Netflix will be blocked. Our patients will still be able to get Netflix because they'll be on guest access. But in general, if you aren't aware of it, anytime we use our computers to do anything, they do affect our bandwidth. So again, basically, it should be for work, not for pleasure. And if you have been a Netflix user, you will notice that it has been blocked. The other is I did an update on the paving for 167 Layton Street at the last forum. I talked about the fact that we would repave it, and while it is not in the best shape, it was something that we had to put on hold. Our capital dollars, we put them on hold in a real effort to meet budget as a system for FY 2018. We will try to make that parking lot more safe, but this year it will not get paved. Some of the other things that we will do, though, when the capital dollars are released is put some heat shields on the back door by the emergency department, looking at one for the front lobby and potentially the Women's Health Center. The parking lot, we're past the date probably when we can get blacktop. On your self-evaluations, and you're probably wondering about market and merit and any incentive bonus. As I said earlier, we've tried very hard to meet budget this year, and one of the primary reasons is we do not want to be downgraded by Moody's, and to meet budget is one of the ways we make sure that doesn't happen. So what might be on your mind is, will we see a market and a merit? And I can tell you that is in our budget to do this year. It may be a little bit delayed due to some of the changes with all of our computer systems, but that is in the budget this year. We had a fabulous revisit from the Joint Commission. They came, they left, they said absolutely no findings, so a big thank you to all of you. And then some good news. You've heard me tell you that CMS, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid, often will do a validation survey after the Joint Commission. Well, not 2 days after our revisit, what I learned is they've decided not to do that. So we're not looking at a validation from them. Now that's the good news. Let me tell you what the other news is. What they are going to do is the next time Joint Commission or any other accrediting body surveys a hospital, they're going to come with them. So you'll get 2 sets of surveyors at the same time. I can only imagine that will be interesting. More to come. But we have about 3 years before that will happen. The other is at the same time Joint Commission was here, the main MQSA, which is the main Quality Standards Act, they came and surveyed our women's health, our mammography unit specifically. Excellent outcome, great job once again by all the folks there. I just made a plea for everyone. We do flu shots every year or declinations every year. Either get your flu shot or do your declination. If it's not done on time, we really will implement the no work policy. So please, we're trying to make it as easy as we can. Not telling you have to get them, but at least fill out the paperwork if you choose not to. Please remember, the most effective way we protect ourselves and our patients from the flu is through the vaccination. Some IS updates. I think you know Brian Hill left us, and while we're very sorry to see Brian go, we have 2 new folks here. One is Christina Tyrell, who I had the pleasure of working with at CAD, and I know she'll do great here. The other person just arrived in the last day or so, and honestly we'll be getting information out about who that is and how they're going to help us at Sebasticook. We had our cookout on October 25th. It was a huge success. Big thank you to all the folks from dietary as well as to all our volunteer servers. I hope those of you that were there enjoyed it, and for those that weren't, I hope you enjoyed what we did in the evening to make up for your inability to attend. Another reminder, our holiday party is December 7th, and we will be at the Millennium once again. So while I was away visiting California, we kicked off our new logo and branding. So we are now Northern Light Sebasticook Valley Hospital. I got asked a little bit about some things. One, the email signature. There is a template out there for you to use. We are going to have all of our signature lines be the same, so no added quotes, just our name. Again, remember, everything we do with our systems affects its ability to be efficient. We're still working on our website. We do have a logo shop with new items, and we'll continue to work and get that information out to you. We talked a little bit about the health insurance premium and benefit changes. All of you should have gotten an email. We should be in the throes. Some of you may have already done it. I went on and did mine yesterday. Pretty easy. Couple of things to remember is just look at what you've had, make an active selection for the new one or accept the one that you had last year, and always check your beneficiary. Some people feel as though if they have a beneficiary listed in their will, it takes care of things, but it really doesn't. Whoever you've listed on your life insurance will trump whatever's in your will. So double check. The one thing that does not cross over is your flex spending account. You need to make an active decision on how much you want to go in there. We talked a lot about the EMR and ERP changes. I would say it's been a tremendous amount of work and overall been successful, but the work doesn't stop at the implementation. Now we'll have to work to get all of our process flows to really match to be as efficient. For all of you that went from being an expert on the system to feeling like an absolute novice, you'll be an expert again. Don't worry about that. It will happen, but I know it's been hard work. We talked a little bit about the food prices in the cafeteria. Bottom line, what I heard was, yeah, for some, the price increases were a challenge. Others felt it was reasonable. The one comment was the portions seem to vary. That's something we've been struggling with, and every cafeteria I know does. But overall, our staff are doing a great job. If you have any concerns, please take it to your manager and not to the staff in the kitchen. They're doing the best they can. We talked about a new reimbursement for travel. And here's where, a while back I told you, with all the changes and everything that's going on, we're probably going to have something happen that none of us knew about it. Well, this was it. So we changed how we were reimbursing for travel, but we sent the information out about that 4 days after we changed it. That happened. We didn't care for it, but at the end of the day, it's really a good process. So if you haven't gone on to learn how to do that, it's really pretty simple. You do need a little more information. It is a better way to track it. So, and there is a iCare module, I think, also to help you with that. We talked about Veterans Day. We will recognize veterans on Monday, November 12th. We will be giving out yellow ribbons and free meals on Monday to anyone who is currently serving or who has served. Breast Cancer Walk was October 20th. It was very well attended, as was the health fair. Maybe not as attended as well in the past, but we were competing with a big craft fair. I think there was a big girls field hockey game going on. So we had a lot of competing interests, but really well done. I'd like to thank everyone that helped make that a success. Did an update on our general surgeon. We've got 3 candidates. We have 2 more in the pipeline. We've got 1 that we have now made an offer to. And so we're really excited about developing this 3-surgeon collaborative with Inland Hospital. Keep you posted on that. Talked a little bit about our ED and hospitalist providers, and you may or may not know, but we were part of a larger collaborative with Eastern Maine Medical Center for our hospitalists. And we're looking to do the same thing with our ED providers. We've changed direction across our system, and Blue Hill Hospital, Inland Hospital, Maine Coast Hospital, and Sebasticook Valley Hospital will enter into an arrangement with a company called Team Health to be the leadership for both our emergency department and our hospitalist program, as well as employ and staff those positions. Team Health has been around for many, many years. They have a lot of infrastructure, a lot of talent. They're in 48 states. They bring a robust infrastructure around how you improve processes. And that should start for our hospitalists on February 1 and for our emergency room physicians on March 1. The one myth I would like to correct is the one where it will be a revolving door of docs. It won't. It should be all the same docs we have plus 2 more because we had some openings in the ED. We'll keep you posted on that. At the same time, and I'm excited to say, last night was the first night we tried our Eagle Telehospitalist program. And what I heard was response time within a minute. Another myth on that is it'll be like a call center and you'll get a doc, whoever answers the phone. Not the case. There's a doctor assigned to us with someone backing them up if something happens. And we do a handoff at the beginning of a shift and the end of a shift. So there will not be a revolving door docs. But I heard last night, while we didn't have any admissions, people were pretty excited about it. We are continuing to work with Mass General on a telestroke program. So if you come into our emergency department and we think you've had a stroke, we can implement the same protocols as if you were in the emergency department at Mass General. And the last thing we talked about was a nurse residency program, which supports graduate nurses for their first year. And that's right now we have 6 graduates that work with Sebasticook Valley Hospital in that program. So that was pretty much it. It wasn't the most well-attended forum we've had, but I think we were a little knee-deep in some changes with our EMR, going to Cerner from Centricity, as well as a lot of the other infrastructure behind that. So I hope we'll see you again at the next one, and I hope this was helpful. Thank you.